All right, nuggets of knowledge for stage 2 from the Open PCC Nationals 2024. Watch the stage. There's a long run-in, so we'll deal with this here on the replay. All right, lots of movement, fun little stage. This was my last stage of the day, and we shot 12 stages on the first day for staff, so the second day would be a little bit slower for us. So we had some downtime, which was nice. I'm going backwards because the lead-in time in this video is really long. I had a back spasm starting while I was in the load make ready, and the RO gave me a minute to work that out. Here we go. Now I decided to shoot the swingers from the far back, because they were really cooking up here. You couldn't get anything on the ends that I could see very well, and they were coming over the top with a small limited exposure. So I took the gamble and shot them from about, I don't know, 7 yards deeper, and had 2 Charlie, Alpha Charlie if I remember correctly. So I went this way. I like to shoot into position there. It worked real good. We're gonna go to half speed here. Come across, I'm watching, you can see I'm watching where my feet need to go. This stage here was kind of technical on some of the footwork. Get the head up. Could have got the gun up a little earlier. Take care of the steel. Turn, open up my hips, do a slow roll. Didn't like one of the hits. I felt like I had a delta. I came back and picked it up. You'll see that in a minute. Shot into position here so I can load the front leg up and push off. Do a big crossover step into my shooting stance. Slid up just a little bit, that's what I do a lot. One shot there to pick up the delta. I'm looking. I can see enough of the A zone. Take 2, snap to the swingers, squared up, nice and stable. I'm not trying to go anywhere after this. I'm just trying to put accurate shots down range. And yes, with the sun coming in the way it was a little sporty. But you know what? Everybody had to deal with some type of thing. So let's go back and look at this again. That was more of the stage plan walkthrough there. Okay, I hit the first spot. I mentioned before, see, as I step in, I'm looking, that's where I want my feet to go. I can start shooting now. I settle in on a full target. Take this one here, snap. Second shot is fired. Head turns, gun follows. It was a big enough swing I wanted to get my hips around because I had to move that way anyway. It was 2 poppers, a big popper protecting a little popper. I decided to double tap it or whatever I did there to get it out of the way quicker. Coming in here, I'm trying to set my feet, break foot. Need a little more knee bend there to be soft, but I'm using the fault line to keep the other foot from sliding. I slide this foot in and I do go to a more upright position, but that was to open up my hips for the next. I was setting my feet up for what was next. If my feet were real wide, if I tried to do this step back, my hips would be all off balance. So I open up here, do a slow roll. You see my head linger there for a second because I'm like, I didn't like that second shot. Come in here. Gun's in a good safe place. Taking a step back further past the wall than I think I need, so my shoulder's all clear. Come in here, get that spot on the fault line to help me decelerate and load up the right leg, so I can basically push and do what I would call a longer crossover step to get me in the right spot. I slid up that foot so that when I go to leave that position, I can open my hips up again. If my legs are really wide, I have a harder time doing this. Small little shuffle step into position and then just cleaned up. I like the stage plan. I saw a lot of people shoot a different one where they went here to activate the steel. Went here, they stood there and went to war on the swingers like 6-8 shots. Then they came back and shot the stage. I would have liked to shot that way to see if I liked it better. But as far as the way my back was feeling and the presentation of the targets and where I wanted to keep the gun, I liked this plan. Hope you learned a nugget or two in here, or at least got to see how a retired GM, almost senior, shoots the stage. Get out to TFI Academy and say hi to us and train.